Let me get this straight. So you say so people come to you for fashion, and then I know they come to you for alterations.
Yes.
But then you have this class element. Tell us how that's working out, and then kind of tell us how it's kind of changed because of COVID-19. So just tell us how you got to the classes. Tell us about that, and tell us a little bit more about it.
Sure. So initially, when I first started my business, I taught sewing. That I thought was going to be the fundamentals of my business. But as I was teaching sewing, I was doing alterations because as you know, in business, you have to have a marketing mix. You don't want your eggs to be all in one particular product, because if that product goes south.
You need to say that again for the young, aspiring entrepreneurs out there.
So you better have a good marketing mix and a very good product line. So I started teaching sewing, and actually it was a dry hustle. Just to give you a little bit more intel on who I am as an entrepreneur, I worked in corporate. I worked in construction actually for 15 years. It was very successful. And when 2008 came, I was corrected like so many other construction professionals, because there was just no work. There was no work outside of civil work. And the only reason why it's civil is road, bridge work, was because President Obama gave the stimulus package that allowed for the roads to continue to be worked on. But if you were doing building work like I was doing, there was no work. There was no state work. There was no federal work. There was no private work. And so I was laid off. And so I had to recreate myself. If you are into reading, there's a book by Cherney Jackson that's called Repositioning Yourself. So I had to figure out my reposition in the market. And I did a bunch of different odd situations. In the last job I was on, and let me just say, I am a woman of faith. The last job I was on was horrible. It was just like dating, but a bad relationship.
Right.
And God had told me that if I would have listened to him at the beginning of the year, I would have never been in this job. Okay. So this woman, the person who I reported to, let me go or fired me 3 days before Christmas.
Oh.
I was in 2012. And then I was like, God's like, well, if you would have listened to me, you would have never been in this position. And so that's when I started my business. And I started teaching. And I was like, this whole teaching situation is it's not financially rewarding. And then he said, you're looking at it from a different way. So what I did is I cold called quite a few private schools, and I would take all my sewing machines over there and I would teach at their facility.
Wait, so let me back this up. So let's talk about a couple of things here. You cold call?